What's up, everybody? Welcome to, thank you, and welcome to Simulator Sunday, the 8th of December. December already. I mean, almost over. Got 2 more weeks, and then it's going to be next year, 2025. Pretty crazy. Not going to really worry about that right now. We got, well, we got a lot of stuff to do here. We're in LAJ, so that's the Los Angeles Junction Railway. We've done quite a few jobs, a lot of sorting. We've done a lot of yard work here. This is one of the bigger yards. I mean, LMC, which is La Mirada, pretty large one as well. But we're here today. There was a mistake made, if you will. Not really a mistake, but a mistake. There was a supply train on the way down. I didn't realize it was on the way down, so I had popped one in here. Wrote like a little story like, oh, you know, it came in late, so it was blocking all these tracks and everything. Put some MOW signs up so that nobody would crash into the rear of it. And well, when the other train arrived, it went over here because it couldn't go down that way, so they parked it here. And the this is UP track, or this is UP River Yard, because that's the LA River. So BNSF LAJ and UP Rivers separated by the LA River. So I popped I pulled the train that I put in here through and broke it up. So there's lots of cars here. And then over here are the ones that the supply train brought that was driven down from Barstow. So there's quite a bit of sorting to do. We are in our winter cleanup. Every December we do a thing on the Mateo Community Server, where I am in multiplayer, where we want to naturally remove all the cars, including locomotives and everything, off the map. So what we do is we turn off the supply trains and get all the cars off the map. However, I knew there was nothing. I mean, we look here, there's LA West, LA J, A and B. I think there's something, there's something over in in Malabar. This is Malabar. There are cars that are over in LAJC. This train right here, this LIC 2042, will go get them, and they take the outbounds. I'm mirroring what the Depot Plus does for their Malabar yard. They literally will bring the Malabar cars on one of these trains. They drive them all the way over here to the C yard and dump them off. And then it's the responsibility of that local, that 2042, to come over here and grab these cars and take them back after collecting all the outbounds out of Malabar and bringing them here. And then when we get ready for an outbound train out of LAC, we can use this yard and then pull those cars over to LAJ, connect them, and send them all out Riddle towards Barstow, going that way. So I hope you guys had a good week. We're going to get started busy work. Start that right now. All right, let's get brakes on. Let's see, turn the working lights on. So we're going to start. So the 22, we have 3 locals here. We have 2271, 2281, and 3351. 71s go to the LA West, which is just on the other side over here. This is LA West. And then 3351 is these 2 yards here where we're at. And the 2281 is the C yard over here where we just were, looking at the Malabar cars, and everybody knows Taco Bell places over there. So these are pretty well somewhat sorted already. I'm looking to see, there's got 71 here. I got 71s and 81s. So this one, I mean, this is kind of already sorted. Let's see what we have over here. We got 71s over here. Yeah, so this one is more, kind of looks like this one is a little more unsorted. Kind of, not really. So let's just get these things working here. And we'll start with our first. Start with the first set. I got brakes on somewhere. So I want to fill up, probably put the 71 cars in here, maybe the 81 cars over here somewhere, and then maybe the 81, I don't know, probably the 81 cars here because where they're at, because the 81 cars going to C yard. See what's going on here. I got some brakes on somewhere. Okay, everything's good now, I think. Something was dragging there for a minute because every time I let off the gas, it would stop. All right, so my intentions are to put the 71 cars. Let's take a look here. The other side of this pole, this one be a pretty good place for at least a cut. 71s, we might need 2 of them, so we'll save one. Since those are going to LA West. And they're right here. We'll pull these off first. I already got my switch there. And these cars should be bled already. They look like they are. I bled them. But then I left the server to do a restart for the stream. That's what I always do, so that the RAM and everything's released. So, because when you're streaming, it takes a lot more juice to get things going. This is just simple stuff. We're just gonna move metal around. Highly entertaining for me. This is what I enjoy the most. Now I'm using these 3351 locomotives. It doesn't really matter. Use whatever you want. I've got these kind over here. I've got ST40s. I don't think I have Jeeps over here, 38s. 38. Okay, so let's see. We got 71s here. Let's see where it's not 71 anymore. Kind of eyeball it. This whole cut is 71s. We won't have to do much. So when I do, let me see. So this is my the last of this cut of the 71s. So you're asking, when I do A, B, and C, do I pick up and deliver the setups? You drag the whole thing around like you would on a road train. So the road train delivers them here. So let me see if I can understand the question. The road train, or let me just explain the way that it seems to work. The supply train will come in from Barstow, and it'll drop them off here. It'll break up the cars in a way that, you know, they're within the tracks. They're not blocking anything, usually. And then whatever sort they come in as, the supply train's done. The road train dropped it off, and now it's the yard work time. So then we'll grab switchers, and we'll block them based on generic, or not generic, but we'll block them based on just what local they go for. I don't care the industry, so they may, you have pet, DUI, RPR, TMP, and then it could be more another TMP and then DUI. I don't really care personally how the local is within that cut, as long as they're all the same, going to the same place. LA West, again, the yard, we don't have a lot of room in the yards to, here we do, but you don't want to take everything over to LA West if half of it's going to LAC, which is in, 2 miles that way towards the moon. So we'll split them into each individual local, 2271, 2281, and 3351. And then from there, we'll manipulate them the way that we want to. So for the 3351s, if you're doing that local and you want to kind of block them based on if there's a set over here. So if you want to do these industries here in like a cut, you can like re-block them if you want. I don't usually do too much of that. I might set them. I don't know. It all depends. I kind of just like dealing with however it comes out, personally. But yeah, I don't think taking the entire train to 3 different locals would be efficient. I think this tanker is the last 71 here. So that's the one we want to take off. Did that answer your question? Or did that... Okay, so you did reply. Let's see. Sorry, I meant to... you take the whole local with you, working pickup and set at the same time. That also depends. How much room is in the yard, right? So do I have room to take a whole bunch of deliveries and still have the room to collect pickups and then swap them back and forth? It really depends on the space that's available. So what cars are there? That's usually my main concern. Sometimes I'll do both. Again, it depends which yard we're working. Also depends on how the industry is. For example, if I work Malabar, I will take a different set, a couple cuts, or a cut of specific industries, like maybe 5 industries, and I will take the loads with me, grab the empties, pull them out, and then put the loads in their place, and then bring that back to the yard. But that's in a small area, and it's also because there's different industries off of the yard itself, so it makes sense to do it that way. So it really, the way that I have our job orders for these yards here is because another thing to know is that oftentimes when we drop these off at the industries, they get processed. And when they're done getting processed, the supply train that's bringing the new loaded cars down, it's on its way or it hasn't left yet from Barstow, so you still have a few days before it gets here. And in the interim, if you want to do something, what do? You can't I was talking and I missed my thing here, so let me come back. And this is the car that I should have stopped back here. So if you want to do something, you can always go collect empties, bring them back to the yard, and then create an outbound train going back to Barstow so they get sorted off to the destination, because Barstow is the main hub for BNSF. This happens on the UP yards, and we go to West Colton. So there's a lot of timing, there's a lot of space available, and those are kind of how we make those decisions. Now, I had a switch set wrong, apparently. Probably up here. Ring switch. One right here from when I moved the locomotives. Why cell phones are not allowed in the locomotives? All right, we'll hop over the thing here. Let's pull forward. If we can get it going, though. I break that. Yeah, okay, that's closed, so we should be good. Fix that coupler. So I already had the, I didn't have the air connected because, I mean, I'm in the yard. I wouldn't want to do that. All right, here we go. Now let's come on back. Now everything should be good, except maybe, let's see. We'll look at this switch up here. This is the same kind of thing going on here. We need to set that. We got to pull forward a little bit. Might be okay. So you're doing 3351 or 351 in single player. You already did the 2 Malabar, 2261. I don't know what 2261 is. And pickups, yard, then drops. Yeah, I mean, again, it really depends on what's available. I just go with the flow. I just, you know, the object for me of freight is just keep moving the metal down the line until it gets where it's going. So how that's done, you know, I don't really put too much thought into it other than just getting it done. Put a couple handbrakes on here because we're going to cut here. These are 81s. I'm going to move the 71s over. I can do it without breaking couplers. So we're set. Switch is set to go in here. So Malabar goes, if you're going, Malabar drops, we just changed here, goes to the C yard of LAJ. And the outbounds from Malabar go back to C yard. Show you that here in a second. So the C yard is 2281. We have 81, so we have 71, which is, I'm headed kind of like there's the city of LA is over there. Hobart is right here. You can kind of see it. So if we cross here, this is LA West, so this is 2271. Turning around and going back. The area that we're working the yard right now is 2281. I'm sorry, 3351 is this area, these two yards here. This is A and B yard. Hope I'm not making anybody dizzy. And then just down over here is the LAJC yard. This is 2281. So we bring 2281s here. Also the Malabar inbounds get dropped here. A local from Malabar, an engine power from Malabar will come here, pick up these, and head back usually this way because it's going the right way. If you go out Riddle, it can't go this way. And then you got to cross over. So you got to use auto to, you know, double click. Let me get to the right thing here. Hit tab to zoom in. So if we're coming out of the BNSF LAJ yard, you're coming out probably right around the signal. It's like right on the edge of it. You got to come out and then come over here and you got to get onto the main 2. Because on the next page after you leave main 2, one more page, that comes right here. This is main 2 and you'll need to go here. So what I do is I double click to set that block to go to BNSF Malabar or it's actually ATSF Malabar, but fine, it's still BNSF. You want to go here, and that takes you into the Malabar because it dead ends in a Malabar. And then when you call auto, it's like you double click that, you say, I want to go here. And then you got to watch your route because sometimes he'll route you to BNSF Main 3, which if you go there, you're going up and over the overpass. So you will never get back down. There's no switch over that you got to get back to on 2 because you get right after you go under the overpass. Then got it. There's the Malabar switch out after that. And that's going this way here. So again, Hobart's to my right. The BNSF, the LAJ A and B yards over there we just passed. Then here we got one industry for Malabar right here, by the way. And then you need to be on Main 2 here so that you can take this cutoff to get over into Malabar. Is right here. And then when you come back, you bring the outbounds back to the C yard. You're going to go exactly the opposite of the way we just went. Can't go in Riddle here back to the C yard because, or I'm correction, the A yard, because you can't get on there. So you have to go all the way down here by Commerce in order to swing around and get into the LAJ area. Any yards, you're going eastbound here, would be this one. So right here, and then boom, right back. Bare table storage, there's some bare table storage. I mean, I think it's not these Commerce tracks. Oh, here, Mateo Community Server and the Depot Plus, we pretty much are very similar to each other. I don't know. I haven't seen the C yard. I was watching some videos not too long ago, but I didn't see if the C yard was bare table storage. Do you work for the railroad? I don't know personally. I live over by West Colton and the San Bernardino yards, so I'm kind of further from LA here. But here's where we have our bare tables, where they should be, over by the Amtrak. Okay. I mean, it might be. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of industry over there. I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos. I gotta find who's did it. They did a really good job on them, just showing the local work there, and it's great. But the bare tables behind me, if you bring them over again, you got to go over the overpass. But you can bring those over. I got plenty of power here. You can create intermodals all you want. Send them out AI. So that's a job posting that I have. If you want to do that, are you, Samuel? Are you a member of the Mateo Community Server yet, or are you getting ready for a skills check? You've been practicing single player. I think you're about ready. You want to come play multiplayer where we're at right now. Let's go back and do some more stuff while we chat. All right, so I have the switch set. This one isn't. All right, let's go ahead and come back now. To ride this guy back. I don't know that this is going to fit here. Your computer is too unstable. Before you do anything with your computer, what you should do is take external hard drive, by the way, and then just copy the entire Run 8 Studios folder. And then when if either you rebuild your machine with Windows, you're on the Discord, okay. But if you were to rebuild your computer or get a new one, if you have your Run 8 Studios and inside is the Run 8 V3 folder, all you gotta do when you get your new one or rebuild it is put the folder in the same spot And that's it. You're done. You don't have to reinstall nothing. So just get an external hard drive or, you know, thumb drive that's a few gig, and 16 gig I think would be plenty. Dump it on there, and then after you do whatever you got, your tire simulator is ready to go. You just drag and drop it on the new machine under the C drive, and it's a done deal. Little tip. I did start a distance counter, a countdown, as soon as I got straight, by the way, on the straight part of the track here. So I'm not blocking nothing. And I'm almost, locomotive's almost there. I got 300 feet to go, but we're gonna bring her back here a little bit towards the end of this track. We'll save some room for the locomotives. The local power that's over here is strap up on this end. I think these are, yeah, these are fulls. Not that it matters here because this is relatively flat. You take loads and empties over to LAJ West, LA West. Really doesn't matter if it's intermixed with loaded and unloaded cars. Here it doesn't. Right, if you had hills though, it would. I did calibrate the rail driver before I started the stream, and it's notch 1 is always the hardest thing to maintain. I usually hit notch 2 just by moving a little bit. When you're trying to be delicate, missing that notch 1 and going straight to 2 is kind of a pain in the butt, especially when you're trying not to, on hills, you're trying not to rip the couplers off. May have gone further than I wanted. Wait for it to set. Put some handbrakes on. Since this is loaded, put 4 on. Now this simulator, nobody's gonna die if this doesn't happen, but I am gonna do a handbrake test. Make sure that these things don't roll away. And I'm going to pull forward actually. Handbrakes are on the rear, so I'm going to do a stretch and pull them out a little bit. So we'll line her up, or get her going, and then let's come off the independent brake here for a second. We got up to 3 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and all right, starting to settle. So the handbrakes are holding. Go ahead and release this. All right, so here we have 71s. I'll do 71s, 51s, and then I'll skip a track in between. I do have stuff over in the B yard that I want to bring over as well. Take a look. So we have the 81s here. We don't want those yet. We are gonna, I mean, I guess we can move them because we need to. Let's pull forward a little bit. Grab those. We got 2 switches to clear. Another one's here, though. I'm going to pull the whole set of 20 281s here. We'll put them here with these. 2281. Let's go into the C yard. I should have got it on there. There we go. We'll check once we connect. We'll check to make sure. I think all these are 81s, and it's like half a cut. And brakes off. Yep. So everything's 81. That's easy. Now what I want to do is I want to get you sick by going crazy there. Actually, I don't, but that's what happened. Okay, so those switches, that switch is good, that switch is good. This one, we're going to start headed this way into here, and then we're going to go across the bridge so we can grab these 81s from this cut, and then we're going to pull them and slide those over here. That way they can just go across, because they got to go across that bridge. That will allow us to get them kind of out of the way. We got to pass this switch here. And we don't have a whole lot. We got 600 feet. There, I think. Oh, there are a couple tankers in the rear. Yep. There comes one tanker. Start slowing her down. Little dynamic there. Grab the handhold here. We're at 5 miles an hour. We want to slow her down a little bit. Down below 4. If we can get it right at 3 would be nice. Yeah, 3.1. 3 on the dot. It's pretty good. Put myself on the ground here. That hose, even though I don't have air running through it, the 81, make sure that we're only grabbing the 81s here. I think there's some 51s in it. And Taco Bell's right here, 2281 Taco Bell. Open that one, get some Mexi melts. No, thank you. All right, so here's a 51. So that looks like the first one. We'll take the whole cut and then we'll cut those off again. It was that one. So it's a boxcar. What I'll be doing is I'll be stopping somewhere around here with that 351, the pieces of that, stopping them, disconnecting here, and then pull the 81s all the way forward and then back them up on their own track. And since we don't have any cars at the industries right now, the industries are already, it's like a Christmas rush here. Everybody's getting their Christmas deliveries so that they can sell the products and services that they need to sell for Christmas time. So 2 supply trains arriving within the same days. I don't think that strange of an idea. What's up, Governor? Boxcar, I think it's next to that white one. I think it's this one here. Oh, I'll need to be coming to a stop here in a minute. Yeah, we're just breaking it out by local. Don't really care about how the distribution within that local is right now. Somebody is running the locals and they want to fine tune it a little bit better. I mean, more power to them. I do like having the industries all together, but sometimes it just takes too long. So I don't put too much weight into that, just however I'm feeling. That's how you guys should do it too. However you feel like doing it. Now these cars are all bled, so I am not using, I'm using independent brakes and dynamic brakes because I don't have train brakes. I got no air. Put a couple handbrakes on here. These are kind of full, so we'll disconnect here. And now here on the Mateo Community Server, you guys are not, like yard masters can spawn trains and stuff. Most people cannot. So what I usually just say to do is go to load save, go to world. Then once it loads up, whatever it's doing here, then you can see I have all these different yards in here. So I would just click here and save overwrite. That way, if this train, any of these trains happen to corrupt or disappear, I can simply go into single player and then I can send yard masters the XML file. I used to need the info file. So when you save a train, it creates an info file and an XML file. The info file is just pretty much is a timestamp and it marks the name of the name of the XML. You don't have to have that. I found this week, use the ECE, which is the something editor, easy consist editor or something consist editor, which is available on Depot Plus, or you can Google it. I'm sorry, depot.com. Doing farmer now, calling everything Depot Plus. DepotServer.com is the website. You can get that for single player. And if you import a train, the XML on that, it will create the info file for you, I found. So I really do like that. I'm going to ride this thing back, and as soon as I get to the flat point here, I'll start a distance counter. Going downhill a little bit, so it's getting me a little bit to get going here. Mid notch 2 coming back. It's external consist editor. That's what it's called, by the way. See if we can find it on the depot. So if you go here to the depot server, I got to be careful all the time when I go to depot server, because if I click home, it'll display the Depot Plus login information. My accounts, my password's hashed, but still, we don't want to publish that information. You should be a member of Depot Plus if you want to see any of that. But if you go to the depotserver.com, then that's the name of the website, the depotserver.com, and you click on downloads, go to the external consist editor. That's this guy right here. This is a very useful tool for us. You can save a train here on single player, and you can manipulate it so you can put the loads where you need them to and all that, just respawn it in single player. We use that, the yard masters use it in multiplayer for the same reason. Sometimes people just put stuff together and it's all wrong and we can't travel with it, so we have to fix that. All the great resources available from depotserver.com. Maps and everything else that we use. All for free. Recommend that you register on there. I think you have to get downloads. At some point I will put together a video that once you install Run 8, how to put the configs in so that you can at least have stuff moving around and you don't have to have an empty world. I'll show you how to do that and how to do the you have DLCs that still require version 2 is a quick little thing. I've typed it enough times, but to show you might be helpful. There are plenty of other people that have put those kind of videos out. I just didn't think that they all covered very specific information that I'm looking for to help some of you guys. So as soon as I get time, I'll put something like that out. Don't know if I don't think I started a distance counter. Oh, jump off the train. Let's see where we're at. Yeah. We're almost, we got to get past this point here, and we only got 8 cars or so. Got plenty of cars back here, so we'll figure we'll stop her about right here. Also, the yards, you know, eventually we'll have outbounds in here as well as inbounds or deliveries. We, you know, have to kind of figure out how to do it. So if you're working a yard, especially the BNSF yards here in San Bernardino Sub, I don't care where you put stuff as long as it's kind of together and it's in a way that if we want to take it out, you know, you have the loads on one end. It doesn't have San Diego cars intermixed with it because some of these industries will put out randomly San Diego cars. And we have to do, we don't want to send San Diego cars all the way up to Barstow since they're kind of on the way. The cutoff to San Diego's on the way, so we'd like to just send them out from here. We'll couple them up with some Malabar San Diegos, some LAJ San Diegos, some LMC San Diegos. And we'll send them on their way from here to San Diego. if you're working the yards and you got a mix of outbounds and inbounds and all these different tracks, don't worry about it. Just make sure that they're where they belong, please. As far as, and you got the loads. So from here, if you're going, this train is going to be headed to Barstow. It's going to leave this way. It has to leave this way to go out here onto the main, and it's going to head to Barstow. That's that way. But make sure that the loaded cars to climb the Cajon Pass are on this side here. Otherwise, we have to move everything, and it just takes time, and everything here takes time. Yeah, I want to put a handbrake on this side so it doesn't roll back. Got 2 on that side, and this is going to go across that bridge and over that way, so I will put a couple handbrakes on this side too so it doesn't take off on us. Now we're going to disconnect it. Stand on the ground here. Going to release the pressure. You can see the coupler is in yellow. It means there's pressure on it, so I have to come backwards. Now I can release it, pull forward, and we'll get the 51 cars next. So in order to do that, see, we are lined up here. We were going to skip a track for that. So the 51 cars are going to move in here, so we can probably just move this whole cut over. So we'll set that. In order to come grab those, we'll set that. This is good. Got to set that one, switch to get back over here. Then we're going to run over there and start grabbing these cars over here too. Those ones are a little bit more scattered. By walking, you can ride. Yeah, we're just sorting the cars that came in on supply trains. For those of you that came in a little bit later, we're in LAJ. We're at the A yard right now. B yard's behind me. We have 3 locals here. The 2271s are going to LA West, which is on the other side of, basically there's a UP kind of crossover thing on the other side of the street. Going in the direction we're going now. And then we have the 281s, which are going to the C yard, which is the other direction behind us. We're across the bridge. And these 51s here, these 351s that I'm about to connect to, these are going to be in this area right here. Right where we're at. Handbrakes off. Independent on. Let's stand on the ground. Let's go look at the numbers of the cars here, the identifier. So we have 71 cars in here, so we have, that's the last of those 51s. Oh no, we have some more back here. So they're a little intermixed here. That's fine. Not bad. So let's take, let's do a little back and forth. Might even kick them if we only have 1 or 2 cars each, even though they're loaded. Handbrakes off. Notch 2 going forward. We didn't bleed these guys. Control on the keyboard. Control F. Control F7. That's going to bleed all the cars. Actually, it's not. It's only going to bleed that one because that's the one I had selected. But with no cars selected, Control F7. Now all the cars are bled. Of course, I hit it a whole bunch of times. So I didn't want to wait. All right, so let's go forward. And check handbrakes are off. 51s, we're looking for the 51s to come off. I'm gonna put this cut that I'm moving now. I'm gonna put it here. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't need to do that. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. These don't look like hazmat. These just look like tankers. I'm separated by one car right now. Unless I were to get in that locomotive. But these guys pretty much just go at the end of the yard over here, so. All right, we're looking for the cut point. There's only about a dozen cars, I believe. What do we have? Right now we have 18 and 11. So 29 cars total. A little scattered towards the rear of this consist. So you can do Shift Z if you're using a keyboard to change that information at the top of the screen. That's your brake pressure and coupler pressure, track speed, grade and time, your heading, where you're at, the train information. That's more specific to your HPT and what your loads and all that. On the rail driver, you can just push the horn up to change it as well. Not everybody has rail drivers. All right, looks like this is going to be the 51, the last of the 51. So let's get ready to come to a stop here. Might get away with 2 handbrakes here. I am coupler is pressed here, so I can't release it. Let's come on back. There we go. I'm just going to use this track here. I may end up using another one once we get the other 51 cars from over here, but for now, all we got to worry about is getting these together. There was 1 or 2 more in that rear end of this, what we just disconnected from. There wasn't a lot. Yeah, we should fit on this track. No problem. Yeah, these are all going to be mixed and stuff too, so also, again, it makes it fun for doing locals when you have to sort them. Handbrake's coming off. Do a counter up. Let's see how far we have to push this back. As long as we get the car past this here, we're good. All right, what we got, like 10 more? Probably not, maybe 8. I see the tankers coming around the corner up here. Oh, you're right the first time when I said 10. Then these 51 cars, these are going between this yard, these 2 yards here that we're at. We will not get to them today. Still got more tracks to cut up. Try to grab that. Let's go to the rear of the track here so we can see where you need to stop it. The front end will clear, so I think we can put probably 4 cars on the 81 over there if we have any of those. Then the adjacent track right next to it. Need to double that up. I put myself on the ground here. So I'll give myself a little wiggle room without having to cross. If I fit one more car in here, put a handbrake on there. One there. Go to the other side. Over here, can't go between them. No room. So we've only got a room for about 2 more cars on this track for 51s. Turn this white from yellow. Go. We got 71s, and that's the 71 cut there. We have the switch down there for 71s, that's fine. Stop here. Once again are going the way we're going now, but on the other side of the street. And brakes off, let's pull her forward. We've got 2 APIs, KPC, and I can't, looks like 2 KPCs. Let's see what the other ones are. And then an 81 after that. '71, 51. So we have a little bit of sorting to do here on the rear. Kind of cool. '51, 51, 71. We're going to get the 71s off first. Okay, so we got 371s. Try that on your other train simulator. Okay, coming on back. 2 371s. And a 51. Grain cars. Get up to 8. And we'll slam on the brakes and let that come off. We'll kick those. This is 51, 2 51s. Right, 2 51s coming back. Or 3 51s, 2 of them coming off. Up to about there. Kick them loose. 7.5. Don't have as far to go. We got an 81 here, a 71. So 71. I'll have to get the 81 out of here over to this. There's a 71 on the way first. Now it's because I bled these cars is why I can do that. If I hadn't bled them, they'd pretty much immediately stop. Even if they don't go all the way, that's fine because we can go back there and put them together. As long as they clear the tracks, we're okay. Done this and we haven't cleared those tracks before. Okay, so 71 is coming off next. '81. About to pull forward for the 81. Get this up to 8, 9, 10. It came off, I don't know, 7 or something. There's an 8-1 here and a 7-1. These are all, the rest are 7-1. So we'll take the 8-1, get that off, and then we'll go back and work with all those 71s. They're going here. Get it down to 4. We can use independence. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Do the no air in there. It's good. We're gonna do a quick by a car length worth. We can do it without ripping the couplers. So it's about 6. Could make it. Now we got these 71s to deal here. These are going too fast. You just can click on it and then hit the handbrake. Going about 6 though. 5, let's see. Thought I'd be on the locomotives. Apparently not. Just looking to make sure that these are all the 71s. We got 3, 4, 5. 3351, this is the locomotive. So it took an hour. We sorted we sorted this yard, and now we're going to go to the B yard and start doing the same thing. Butter. Okay. Everything's good here. We'll see what we got over here now. Independence, as I've got no loads on here. One over here, so we're gonna run down here, literally. No, we're gonna go all the way straight. We want to go to the other side of those cars and then push them back here. We'll have to leave one track open for the 81s that we got to go back, pull forward, and then push back kind of deal. That's the only way to see yard is that bridge right there. Unless we got back out on the main on Riddle and then came around, but much easier to go from here down that bridge. We'll keep an eye here, see all these 71s. Keep an eye on them as we pass them. Don't look too intermixed yet. A lot of 71s. There's a 51, 51, 71, 51, 51. So it's kind of in the middle. It's a little intermixed. We don't see a lot of 81s in here. Here's an 81. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so C yard is going to get some love. Like the front half of this set has these on there. Yes, they're kind of intermixed though too. I got 3 rows of cars. We'll get connected and deal with those. this one, the first car is a 51, followed by two 71s, so a bunch of 71s. And I think since with the two supply trains, there's going to be some industries that don't even have room for all the cars that are here. So that's great. So they can process what they can and then do a pickup and a redelivery. Any cars that wouldn't fit before. Would I got my flashlight on? Can't tell. Right. Leave like that. Hose line, not running air. All the way to the back. First one to come off is a 71. So these 3 of them for VCL. We got a lot of 71s coming off first, so line our tracks up. Handbrakes are coming off. Car in reverse. Go ahead and go notch 1. Tell you guys I'm coming. Well, happy birthday there, train guy. Hope you have a good birthday. What texture pack should you get? I'm not come out for cars. And I don't know what you have, and you don't have. You might want to, depends what you like to do. If you like to do intermodals, then get intermodals, Amtrak, so forth. I like the mixed freight. I don't have all the engine packs. I'm only missing 2 or 3, I think. I had a sneeze. I did pick up so there was an update the other day. Now the servers, my NorCal server is updated.
Nice. That should help me get Barry out of jail again.
I missed what happened there. Thank you for subscribing. Anyways, I picked up the MOW pack yesterday. I don't know if it's, I don't know. Oh, look, we got to move those guys back too a little bit. Stopped. So I have it. I updated the server, but you know, I don't know that it really needs it. The server, like when you have a server, the part pack is updated as far as the server. You don't have to have it. You only have to have it on the client to view them. So if you were to have them, then you could see them. Anyways, it's like the different railroads has their ties and wheels. So I did deploy a few we're in the MOW area on the Northern California map. SD70s are part of the basic Run 8, so there is no texture packs for the SD70s. You can go to the enhancement Discord. I posted down below in the comments that the link that I have often expires, so you know, if you don't know what the link is to the Discord the enhancement, just Google it. They Run 8 enhancement Discord and you'll find it on Google. So saves me from having to go get a link every time and then they expired. Even though I sent it to never expire, they still expire it. So we're going to put this cut right next to this existing one. We left ourselves plenty of room to do that. We'll find out where we have to disconnect these cars from. Train guy, no, I understand. I was just telling everybody because people ask me all the time what the link is for the Discord. So not everybody, not even everybody who's older uses Discord either. But people ask me where I get the horns and where I get the textures, the custom, you know, the graffiti cars and stuff like this. That came from the enhancement Discord. And there's like no way around that. It's not something I could share. That's not my work. Anybody that has that question, that's where you get it. And how to find it. So next we got some 51s. Well, we got two 51s before we have to push back here. Go to the rear. Let's see how much. Oh, we got plenty of room. All right, let me get back over here because I went too far. All right, 71. Well, maybe I didn't go too far. Thought I did. See all these. Maybe I got to come back further. I got to get these 71s off the track, or off the switch, right over here. Push these back here, pull forward to connect with the 51s. And I don't think I have enough room, so I'll start on this track here. Okay, so that's 51. This is 71. We'll go ahead and put a couple handbrakes on. These are empties. They're not very heavy. We are free and clear, so we're going to pull forward now to get rid of these 51s. We're going to go over two tracks. I don't really have a favorite. I have a least favorite. That's the Dash 9s. Because they don't have a lot of power and they have, you know... Also, the aces are kind of weird because when you apply power, they don't, there's a longer delay. We're going over two tracks here I mentioned. By the way, I've spent a lot of time playing Railroads Online as well. I have done some live streams on it. And they just released from early access. Astragon kind of helped develop it lately. So the game is much different. I was kind of reluctant to get back into it after taking some time away from it to do this because the... having to go back and do all the tracks again felt like not something I wanted to spend a lot of time doing. However, when you pick the map, there's 4 of them now. When you pick the map, you have the option to have the pre-laid tracks done for you, which, I mean, it did a better job than I could do. And I spent, like I said, I spent a lot of time doing that stuff. So I liked it. I was like, okay, so I fired it up this weekend. I did a little bit of it, and yeah, I didn't have to do a whole lot of stuff. Keep an eye on these while they're rolling. They shouldn't go too far, but we'll keep an eye on them. And a bunch more 71s, so we're gonna connect to these and push these whole set back here. Take the handbrakes off once we connect to it. What's up, Hank? I don't know. I still kind of prefer Railroads Online over Railroader. I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't know. I can't, I have a, you know, I like playing Railroads Online. What I didn't like was having to redo the tracks all the time. I mean, however, you can prelay the tracks, and if you don't like it, you can add on, you can change it, you can still delete everything. They put a lot of scenery in as well, so around where all the tracks are, there's towns and stuff. I think I'm going to do a live stream of that at some point, or maybe some YouTube videos, just to see the differences. There's other people that have done them. No, I try not to do what everybody else does, because and why would you watch mine if somebody else already did it? But as far as, you know, what do I like about it without laying the track? It's just, I don't know, I still like it. I wish there was a better way to MU. There currently isn't. I mean, even the old days of Steam, they did still, I mean, they probably had to man the MUs. My talkie talk, I don't know about that. Thank you. The 71s. These all look like 71s. So there's definitely, I don't know the breakdown. It's going to be a tight fit trying to get them all in there. I don't know if I'm going to watch or not. We'll have to see. On the 10th, I'll be working. Let's see here. So I can put a little something back there. I do have to push this back on this side. Let's concentrate on not running out the back of this track here. So we want to stop it somewhere be around here, no further than that. I'm doing 5, so let's bring her down. The handbrake on. You go, please. Thank you. Another handbrake. I like where that's at there. Coming to a slow stop here. Go to the front of the train. I'm blocking all these switches. You might have to do 3 cut switches. Perfectly okay. Can't leave this blue one here because it's hanging out too much. So this is our cut point. The handbrakes on these are heavier. That one will be fine. Let's go ahead and cut that there. Pull forward. Gonna come over one track here. See that those stopped there, by the way. Those are the ones we kicked. These guys are now no longer. Oh, I gotta. No, I still have to push that back. Get that here in a second. Once you put something on the internet, it is on the internet forever. Always know that. If you type or put anything on the internet, it is never deleted. Never. All right, here we're coming back. We're going to put this on this track here. Hopefully we don't run out of room. Again, we have B yard if we need it. Not a big deal. That's good to know. Thank you very much for the compliment. Make sure that you just watch what you say, and again, if you put it on the internet, you upload it to the internet, it's going to be there forever. You can never take it back. Just remember that. What you think is cool now, by the way, in 20 years may not be, so gotta be careful. All right, we're going to, let's see, these are all, oh, that's a 51. So this one is the one we need off. All right. I would have hit the, would have kicked it, but I couldn't. So let's put a couple of handbrakes on there. We'll just leave it here. We'll come back and get it. We got 151 to get off. Here, gotta move it over one track, kick it down there with those. Oh, excuse me. And then we'll kick this 51, and then we gotta go fix those where they're hanging out. And this is easy, as long as I don't have handbrakes on it. Get it up to 7, 8. Let's get rid of it right there. Let's go move these guys real quick. Or we bring more down here. Alright, we're taking a little bit of a scattered mess and making it less of a scattered mess. Push this off of the back here, fouling the switch. Okay, where's the... Oh yeah, we got a ways to go. You don't want to slam it, though. Let's see, that needs a handbrake on it. That a handbrake. Handbrake. Perfect. All right, so let's put a handbrake on this side. Then we'll release the coupler after we pull the pressure off of it. Coming back. Basically, we can fit one car there if we need it. I don't know that we will. Yeah, that's 271 there. All right, let's go see what else awaits us down here. Slamming on the brakes because I didn't know if it was going to take me over the bridge again. I don't need to go that way. I need to go this way. We're going to run down here and grab another cut of these. I mean, we're almost done now. We're more than halfway. Going to go right the way we just came. See what these cars are coming up. There are a lot of 71s I noticed. All right. That switch is lined up. We'll go run down here and grab these. What are these? 71s. Man, there's a lot of 71s in here. 71s are... Oh, there's... I see. They're intermixed with the 51s. And 81s. Okay. Hey. Makes it more fun. We'll pass this switch and then back her up, and yeah, I play multiplayer with a lot of people when I have time. Speeding in the yard though, I wasn't paying attention to 25. Let's slow her down. Don't want to jump any tracks here. How's our locomotives disappear? That would be bad. So we do have a bit of sorting with this next cut. Eventually the one after that as well. Again, I'm not too worried about space because if we ever run out, we can pull, you know, the 51s down here where we're at. This, you know, half the yard goes here anyways. They got a 71 and followed by a couple 81s, so I don't know if we lined up that switch in their back though. We'll find out. Do you need a microphone to play multiplayer? No, do not, but it's playing with somebody is more difficult. All right, handbrake's off. Let's come on back. I don't think I've ever even talked to you in the multiplayer, Hank. Hey, what's the first cars that are coming off? 71s? Just 171, okay. Well, that first 71 is to go here on this track. Hey, we're already lined up for it. Perfect. Let's ride her back. Oh, I did my check ride? Or your check ride? Your skills check? That was a long time ago, wasn't it? You're sweaty. What? I smelled that. Wife made a pizza out of bread. Many moons ago. That's hard to think about how many years we've been doing this now. I remember I was when I was working at the Army base, and I, you know, rushed back to be able to stream this on Sundays from work. And I was in an RV, and I was like, you know, that was quite a few years ago now. Train Sim World, I mean, that was the second train simulator I started playing. But once I really got into Run 8, once I started playing it all the time, try to play Train Sim World afterwards. And I even had bought Train Sim World 3 or 4. I think it was 4. It was on sale, so I bought it on sale for $12. Installed it, played it for 7 minutes, uninstalled it, and I've never played it again because it's a game, whereas this is much different. What is this here? This is 71, so we're already lined up, so we're going to put this on that track. I guess we'll put 51s here, and then 81s there if we need to use that. Actually, that is, 1, 2, 3. That is 51s down there too. How do you get a multiplayer on Run 8? Go network menu, and then you have to know the multiplayer stuff up here. You have to know the password. You have to get a password for your account and all that. So after you pass the check right. Well, there's Depot Plus or Mateo, or some of the online servers don't require you to do skills checks. Say that most of the good ones do. That's why they're good ones. The train flexed before I could get that coupler open. Let's come back here, release this coupler. All right. That's good. So now we got some 51s. Got a bunch of them. So we'll go over, I think this one is. Fly over here and take a look at it. This is, the nice relaxing part too of Run 8. Unless you're on Depot Plus. Best about not breaking things. If you play Depot Plus and you're not stressed about breaking things, then either play there for like 5 years or you don't care. No, you do not get to create your own password. All right. Shove her back here. And we'll ride her back. Let's see how much room we got between these cars, though. What's up, Derp? But when I connected these cars are about halfway on this track, so I should have plenty of room. I don't know how many cars could fly and look. There's a lot of 51s. I think we're gonna fill up this track. And here's the first 81, so we can't kick these, they're too long. We'll shove them back. And here's the end of it right here anyways. Oh, nice. You're on NorCal. So I updated it. So obviously you updated it as well. I think you had just left when I updated it. Okay. Handbrakes are off and we're coming back. Got about 9 or 10 behind it. Move those. Look for that. So this is the last 51. Got a bunch of 81s. So that's going to work out, I think. 'Cause this is the 81 cut. We can put more right next to it. We'll pass over there. And then when we shove back, we'll be able to come down this line. Got plenty of room here for more 51s. All right. Weren't paying attention. Actually, I'll leave it like it is. So I have this car. Let's see. I'll put this on here. I'll put a handbrake on these 3. I believe weight-wise that should be enough. We'll do a little handbrake test though. How's that? And that way we'll be able to the coupler at the same time. See where it stops. Stopped within a foot or so. Like that handbrake test. We got 81s. We're going to go ahead. Let's see. I can't. I'll need to pull forward so I can get onto these tracks here. I have to take this cut off. I didn't go far enough. I should have thought about that before. We're going to have to go forward and backwards. Clear this track here, this switch. Go back enough to get onto the track that we want to. You can do everything you want in single player, but on multiplayer, you can't do anything that you want. All you can do is move cars. That also means in single player you have to do everything because you don't have anybody helping you. That's a trade-off. Alright, so now we just have to go back on this track here to clear this switch right here. So forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. You have to apply in Discord, and then you have to do a skills check or a check ride. You have to prove that you know what you're doing to a person who will spend about 1 hour to 2 hours with you, having you do a series of tests to make sure that you can get on the server and run on there without crashing the server and making everybody not be able to play. And then they will grant you access to the server if you pass, and then you will get a password generated at that point for you. Once I pass this switch, we'll pull forward and we'll be in the right set. That on Trading Sim World, just passing that switch barely. Oh, then again, didn't even get stopped. Just burning the wheels here. Getting the 81s off. So what's this? This is 7-1. It's an 8-1. Watch this. Maybe put that one on too. I should have done a handbrake test, but we're okay. Yeah, nobody's gonna get hurt. Simulator, not real life. I'm gonna put these two here. Actually, I want to put these here because I don't like having that anchor against the locomotive. But it's not hazmat if you park here usually. All right, so let's get this guy off here. So I got these 81s peeled off here because a lot of these are now 51s. We're just concerned with the 81s, but there are some towards the front, so I figured let's take them off now. Know what I mean? Too much breakage. I got hiccups for some reason. Just started. Because talking a lot and getting late. All right, handbrake's off. Let's pull her forward. We have 51s here. There's a 71. A lot of 71s. We're looking for the 81s. Here's an 81, 81, 81. Good. So we can dump these down that line we just kicked those other ones. They're still kind of going down there. Too many to kick at once, though. We could actually kick a few of them at a time, but we're not going to do that. Just driving down there. I do have to have a good night, train guide. Thanks for stopping by. I do have to keep an eye on those so they don't go off their end of the rails back there, off the out of the yard. So we'll start our egress, I guess. This thing's slowing down a lot, so that's good. I think we'll catch up to it with this. Yeah, I'm on the bridge over there. These are mixed. Almost to 15 miles an hour. We'll slow her down here a bit. He's going to go to a crawl, which is perfect. It looks like we're going to have 3 cuts of, well, no. Yeah, maybe. 3 cuts of 71s. 2 cuts of 81s. And what, 2 cuts of 51s? All right, let's see where we want to. Guess we'll cut this here. Slow down those on way too fast. Good. We got 71s here. Let's get the 71s over. They're going nice and slow. Watch these. they connect. Put a handbrake on this for now. And then this track here of the 71s is going to receive next. That switch needs to be thrown here. One needs to be thrown here as well. Once we clear that red one, this middle one, then we're good to go. I didn't see any other 81s in here. We can get out of here now. So now we got 51s and 71s, which are all right here. Nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars to go. Slowing down. All right, we are aligned. Let's go park these where they go. We're going to touch and then push. Plenty of room. What, I got about a dozen 81s I could still fit here. I do have these 2 tracks open. I want to keep one of these open anyways. Make sure that we can get to the other side of the yard. Always important. I'll just keep that main one, you know, that one that goes all the way through open. Easiest. This will be a touch and shove coming up. And brakes off, push her back. I'm going to push back to the 51 up here, and I remember there being one more 71 in there, up towards the front. Be able to get these 51s off first. So I'm going to kick that 171 off once I get there. Let me give myself that room that I need to do that. I put the reefer just next to this other engine up here. So kind of thinking ahead. I also put one here though too. Kind of hard to get this thing up when it doesn't cooperate. Right now, go forward. 51, make sure we have go flying in order to activate handbrakes because these things are too close to be able to do it in real life. Okay. We're going this track right here that we already passed. We do have room for one more on that one too. Another touch and shove. See the last part there. This is 71. Okay, that's looking good. Slow down for the couple. Handbrake's coming off. Let's shove her back just a little bit. Push back a little bit here. Yeah, I gotta get in the air. We still got room back there, but let's put a couple handbrakes on. Or down. All right, pull forward and we'll get this one off here. Hammock brakes, what? I think I have room to put one in here. Check it out. All right, here we go. Go too fast. We'll just go to about 6.5. We'll just follow it just in case doesn't quite get off of the, out of the switch. And it should clear. I like it. All right, there's still one more cut that needs to be sorted. So if you're a member of the server here and you'd like to do it, or you'd like to take any of these to go deliver them, I'm going to leave that up to you. Meantime, I'm going to turn these off. Turn off the lights so we don't waste fuel and relinquish. Let's see if we can find somebody to watch on our way out. Go to our map here. So we have, well, this guy's, oh no, he's there. You have a Q train leaving. You have this one. You got this one at a red light coming in. What happened? Oh, auto's not letting people go through. Let's see, that one's stopped. So he's routed through. So let's go over here. Let's see what we got. All right. Sunday. Nothing really, just some fixes for update 19, but wasn't a whole lot. Wasn't a whole lot to it. The MOW factor for this thing, a couple bug fixes. So, it is what it is. I mean, Booster constantly updating the game. But everyone, thank you so much. It's pretty loud here. Thank you so much for coming and joining me on Simulator Sundays. Be back on Wednesday. I think I started doing LA Noir on Twitch because I'm going to do Hitman. For some reason, the training software doesn't like it. Doing here on YouTube just fine. So I will be back on Wednesday night, 5 p.m. West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast on Twitch. And we'll be right back there again next Sunday. Again, I don't know what type of Cowboys are playing. They're playing tomorrow night. That's why I was here. So be flexible. Sunday, the 15th. Next time I see you guys here on my YouTube channel, Simulator Sunday. You guys have a great week. See you next weekend. Thanks, everybody.